Good morning, regular souls and wandering folk. This is the RetroTech 120p challenge, and today we are playing Cool Riders. Yes, you might have noticed that I had 8 credits on there. It's because I'd set up the screen funny and was trying to wonder why I couldn't actually start the game. It's because I had the wrong screen up, but I flipped it now. Don't worry, I won't use those credits because the rules are that you have 2 credits and you see how far you get. I have selected Jeremy Corbyn here on his little bike, but what you do is you put into imaginary credits into the machine and see how far you get. This game doesn't allow continues, so I will be doing 2 separate races. We've got to go to the left, which is fine for Jeremy Corbyn, I guess. But yeah, there he goes, and it's basically a spiritual sequel to Outrunners, which we played about a month ago. A controversial pick, I think, but it's alright. Yeah, Sean picked it, this one. He likes his races, and I think he's done pretty well with it. So we'll see if anyone can beat him. I don't know if they will, but we'll see. But yes, so Cool Riders, as I said, is a spiritual sequel to Outrunners. It's got digitised graphics, as you can see. It's gone for that so 1995 look of, well, the other 1995 look, apart from obviously the birth of polygons and things like Ridge Racer and that, and Daytona. It's gone for the other look of the time of the arcades, the Mortal Kombat style, characters of a digitised nature, the Mortal Kombat look, the NBA Jam look, if you will. This was actually quite hard to get onto MAME for a while. In fact, up until 2013, MAME struggled to cope with its unique compression scheme. It was a late addition to MAME, this, because it couldn't handle it. Next Generation magazine, basically, when they reviewed it back in the day, they weren't a fan of it, and I think it's probably a consensus as well, quite a common one, I'd say. They basically said that the sense of speed is not incredible and that the control is a bit sloppy. There seems to be 3 directions, straight, left or right, and at a 45-degree angle, and I must admit I've had trouble doing little kind of micro adjustments that I didn't perhaps have when I was playing Outrunners. So yes, that's my first go. Poor old Jeremy there, stuck in the English countryside. He knows his way around a vegetable patch. I'm sure he'll be fine. So as we go into the second go, which we will do in a second, you might have seen that when I went through the West Indies, there were several animals featured. There was fish, there was sharks, and there were octopuses. So you know what that means, don't you? It means it's time for the genital fact of the week. So, octopuses then. Males devote a long time looking for the right mate, while females typically become less active. Males will be attracted to an undersea pheromone musk that the lady shark releases, and that will attract the male towards her. But thankfully for the male, lady octopuses aren't particularly picky. So if you're an Argo and you find a Natalie Portman octopus, you're right in there. Oh, to be a male octopus. Well, I say that until you find out what else might happen. You see, there's I wouldn't say an equal chance, but there's a fair chance that the lady octopus will either have sex with you or just eat you. So that's a bit of a rough day, and maybe I don't want to be an octopus at all. I don't know, maybe... Depends how horny I get, I suppose. The males will approach the lady and they will display their tentacles. They've got like a larger one in the middle, which lets them know that it's not another lady octopus, so there's no embarrassing sapphic occasions for them. Who doesn't like an accidental lesbian? And he will also change his colour to a darker or lighter hue, depending on what the lady octopus is into. Now that is some skill. As we approach the octopuses now. Hello, we're talking about you. So what will happen then is he will... Oh, by the way, watch this. This is why the graphics on this don't quite work for me. So yeah, when he approaches the lady octopus, he will also, as well as changing his colour, he will flash black and white stripes across his body, indicating that he's well up for it. The man-topus, as we'll call him, is understandably a bit cautious in case he gets eaten, and so will mate at a distance or far from her gob as possible. I think we've all done that. So where's an octo-willy? Well, they have a specific tentacle called a hectoclotis, which has a special ejaculation shooting tip. So what I'm saying is basically be careful when you escort an elderly blind octopus across the road. Please make sure you don't grab the wrong tentacle. It could get awkward, messy, or a mixture of those two things. That is the end of my go. That is the end of the RetroTech 120p challenge. Please do go and find the group. I will put a link down below, and then you may be able to select a game next week if you join in this week. And wouldn't that be fun? But until that time, until next week's offering lays itself upon the floor in front of us, I want you to have a good week, and a K and a thanks and a bye.